A Polish radio station replaces journalists with AI presenters. What a move. A Polish radio station has ignited a heated debate by dismissing its team of journalists and rebranding itself this week with AI-driven presenters, marking a bold move that has stirred significant public concern. Radio Krakow, situated in the historic city of Krakow, recently relaunched with an announcement touting what it calls Poland's first experiment, featuring AI-generated virtual personalities taking over the roles of traditional journalists. This radical shift involves 3 AI avatars designed to capture the attention of younger listeners by engaging them in conversations on cultural, artistic, and social topics, including the challenges and perspectives of LGBTQ+ communities. By reimagining traditional media roles through virtual hosts, the station hopes to pioneer a fresh format that appeals to modern, digitally native audiences. Station head Marcin Pulit addressed this decision in a statement, explaining the station's shift in focus. Is artificial intelligence more of an opportunity or a threat to media, radio, and journalism? He questioned. We will seek answers to this question, he added, signaling that the experiment is also intended to spark discussion around AI's impact on the industry. The station's transition quickly garnered national attention when Mateusz Dębski, a journalist and film critic who until recently hosted a popular show on Radio Krakow, published an open letter on Tuesday condemning what he termed the replacement of employees with artificial intelligence. In his letter, Dębski argued that this change sets a dangerous precedent that affects us all, warning it could pave the way for a future where skilled media professionals and individuals in other creative industries risk being supplanted by AI, undermining years of industry experience and unique human perspective. The move struck a chord with the public. By Wednesday morning, Dębski reported that more than 15,000 people had signed a petition in opposition to the AI-driven transformation. He shared that he had also received calls from hundreds of supporters, many of whom were younger listeners disturbed by the experiment and apprehensive about its potential implications for the future of media and creative fields. Dębski, who began working at Radio Krakow in February 2022, had conducted interviews with a diverse range of people, including Ukrainians fleeing the war. He was among roughly a dozen journalists dismissed from the station in August, and he expressed particular dismay over the decision given the station's status as a publicly funded broadcaster. He argued that, as a taxpayer-supported entity, the station should prioritize human journalists and public service over experimental shifts toward automation. Pulit, however, countered that the journalists' layoffs were not driven by the integration of AI, but rather by the station's low listenership, which he described as being close to zero. According to Pulit, the revamp was an attempt to reinvigorate the station and attract a more engaged audience, especially among younger demographics. The controversy has resonated even at the government level. Krzysztof Gałkowski, Poland's Minister of Digital Affairs and Deputy Prime Minister, addressed Dębski's concerns in a public statement, asserting that legislative action might be necessary to properly regulate the deployment of AI in sensitive fields such as media. While I am a fan of AI development, I believe certain boundaries are being increasingly crossed, Gałkowski wrote on X. The widespread use of AI must be done for the benefit of people, not against them. His remarks hint at the rising scrutiny of AI's role in the workplace and the ethical considerations involved in its adoption. The station also recently broadcast a unique interview conducted by one of its AI presenters, featuring a voice designed to mimic that of the late Wisława Szymborska, a celebrated Polish poet and Nobel laureate who passed away in 2012. The broadcast was intended as an homage, blending technology with the literary legacy of a national icon. Michał Rusinek, president of the Wisława Szymborska Foundation, which oversees the poet's estate, permitted the use of Szymborska's name, explaining that the poet, known for her sharp wit, would have appreciated the humor in the concept. As the controversy continues, off Radio Krakow's bold experiment with AI presenters may shape ongoing discussions around AI's impact on journalism, ethical concerns in media, and the potential shift toward automation in traditionally human-centered fields. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can also support us on Patreon. The link is below.